Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video for you guys today. Oh shit, Matt's still awake. Alright, cool, I'll send him the link. Big up everyone that's locked in. We're here for the penultimate match preview of the season. Chelsea versus Leicester. Barely anything to play for, thank God. Hopefully it means we can actually enjoy the game a little bit more. Although we will have to wait to see, because it depends if we play like good or play shit. But we'll see. We'll see. Plenty to get into. Obviously, there's been news coming out surrounding the whole situation with the ownership. Turns out a legal resolution has been found. Shock and horror. Again, another bout of media scapegoating. Told you guys, don't fall for it. Just wait 24 hours and the news will come out. Premier League is already close to giving the green light. The government is also not able to give the green light imminently as well. Oh shit, Declare's still here too. I'll throw you the link as well. Sorry, man, I completely forgot. I've been very busy today, but I'll send you the link too. But yeah, the whole situation with Bowley will be resolved very soon, and then we can finally stop worrying about whether Chelsea will exist as a football club or not. Don't worry, guys, we'll be safe. But we'll delve into everything regarding the match. Probably talk about the Kounde situation a bit, but it's just a matter of time, really, with him. There's not really much to discuss as a matter of when he's going to join Chelsea over if. And other than that, I'm just going to chat and just do the same shit we always do. But big up everyone, smash the like and subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. Alex, what are you telling me, bro? You all good?
What's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm fine. Everything is good. I didn't look at the chat, so short and quick.
Don't worry, you'll probably interact with them at least 8 times before everyone gets through the introductions anyway. So it's all good.
Yeah, we should do fucking Alex.
Just like just like you did right now, right?
I know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Irony, right? Irony.
Yeah.
It begins.
Is Josh still here? No. Jesters, what are you telling me, bro?
Yeah, just let's get this 1 point we need. Let's get third and move on to the summer so we can build a Tommy Tuchel type team. That's a lot of T's in there, but you know that's how we roll over here. Yeah, just ready for the season to be done with, actually. So whoever's typing, that's annoying.
Yeah, it's Matt.
It's not me.
So stop doing that. Other than that, yeah, I'm ready to get into this thing. Let's tear somebody down.
Right. Andrew, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, all good, man. It's good. Just get this sale done now and move on. And then we can have proper discussions about who we're going to buy. But all good, man. Nothing happening today much. So all good.
Love to hear it. VJ, welcome back to the streams, bro. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're all good.
Yeah, I'm getting better. So I'm kind of excited about this takeover, first of all, tomorrow. Once it is done, a lot of financials associated with it. I'm seeing some news coming out. I'm not sure how far they're true or not, but then whatever I've seen is very exciting. The values of the transfer deals and everything is, I mean, not the transfer deals, the sponsorship deals are going high. But we'll talk about that later, but good to be here as usual. Thanks for having me, Lewis.
Yeah, we'll get on to that. Big up.
Hey,
You cut out.
your mic went.
Everyone.
You muted, Lewis.
This mic is taking the fucking piss. Declared, what are you saying, bro?
Yep.
I'm just going to leave it
Pick up,
here.
everyone.
I'm just not going to
Just
touch
leave
it.
I hope to be more excited than Alex. That's what I come here for. And yeah, let's. I'm really keen to hear what VJ is going to say and on that topic, and I hope we can just talk about that. And I'm not really too excited about the game tomorrow or the rest of the games. So I want to see all the transfers, new sponsorship, new everything. The championship manager style transfer window. So let's get into it.
Definitely. Last but not least, Matt, welcome back, bro. Should be in a good mood. Your boy might get some minutes tomorrow. What are you telling me?
Yes, yes, I'm happy he'll be getting a start.
Trash.
You know, Alex.
Andrew, put the picture on.
Oh, here we go. Hey, I saw someone call you the
Hey,
Russian
bro.
Maguire. Now I can't get that out of my head. I can see it's the Russian Maguire. I saw someone say that. I'm like, oh my god.
That's fine, Mkhitaryan. That's fine. He's just trying to be popular, right?
Why we got all these
Mkhitaryan and
United
Russian
players on here?
Because I don't know, United's got the minerals. But now we'll talk Chelsea today. New
Huh?
ownership coming in.
Eh?
Let's get into the stream.
Who's got minerals?
What?
You see,
Not
I'm not that
United.
stupid to say that kind of stupid shit.
Oh, you think I'm being shit anyway? I'll write Russian Maguire. Russian Maguire. That's a banging name.
Maguire-ich. That's what you
Right.
You just said Maguire.
VJ, I want to start off with you. What was the stuff about the takeover and the sponsorships you wanted to talk about? You can get into that. at the start.
Nothing much on the takeover though. Once the takeover gets completed, though, there have been few newses around. The shirt sleeve sponsor. Apparently, Whalefin, a digital payments bank, apparently are ready to sign a deal for 20 million a year sponsorship. They're replacing Hyundai for 10 million. Who was on 20? I mean, they were on 10 million per annum, so they're getting replaced with Whalefin, which is like into 100%, right? So 20 million a deal, which is equivalent to that of Manchester United's collar of 20 million again. And we're going to be having the highest, sleeve sponsorship apparently in the Premier League, which is equivalent to that of Manchester United. And that's the first, good news. Starting from there, a lot of other, news as well, but most of them speculations, of course, because at this point in time, the takeover is not complete. The valuation of
Pardon me.
Fucking hell.
Go on, VJ.
I had the mic at full volume, and that was
Oh,
I
fuck.
apologize. I
no
apologize.
worries, buddy.
Better than Fazio's noises yesterday. I do that, so.
Oh, yeah. Go on, VJ.
And one more news on the shirt sponsorship, which is right now there is a company which does the valuation, sports, branding valuation, Turnstile. They have evaluated the sponsorship deal for Chelsea next year in terms of shirt. Could be 43.4 million per year, which is higher than that of 3, which was on 40 million a year the previous year. So these are certain speculations again that is coming up. The new sponsor, who's going to be the new sponsor, we are yet to find out. But this news, given the inflation that we've had in the previous year, and the way that the new deals are getting lined up, if this were true, I think the club is moving in the right direction of setting those sponsorship deals proper, because that's a revenue stream as and when you get into the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can probably set your team alongside, because you need revenue to go purchase players as well. So I think,
and we ain't got Roman bankrolling us anymore, so it's good that we can get this sort of revenue from avenues like this. I think it's one of the main things Bowley wanted to implement when he first joined us.
Can we get that Whalefin money
again?
Can we get that Whalefin money before crypto goes completely bust? Can we get that check?
Yeah.
Can we get that check now?
I won't even pretend I know a lot about crypto.
I can't wait to our sock sponsors. That's all. Who's going to sponsor our socks? That's what I can't wait, man. I want us head to toe in sponsors like the Formula One drivers.
I want us to be like one of those South American football teams with like 5 sponsors across the shirt.
Oh, nah, that looks ugly.
Yeah, call them a Christmas
tree. On the sponsors.
Christmas tree uniform.
Add some more money. Add a collar to the next season's kit.
It has a collar
on the side and the back. So
it has a collar.
I say brand them.
It's ugly as shit, but
I say tattoo them like sponsors on the shirt.
Oh, rent out the forehead.
Branding experts here.
Exactly, branding them. Branding. Wait, Lukaku get Lukaku and Jorginho off the team, then start branding them. Those two cannot be branded yet.
Yeah, all of our kits next year are ugly as dog shit.
I don't think we need to talk about branding people, but that's okay.
Oh, fuck, yeah, you know what, maybe not. Shit. But yeah, the branding's, with what we're doing with the branding over potentially the next summer or two, could be really good depending on the amount of money that we expect to make. But I'm guessing only Whalefin's the new sponsor that we've heard about so far. I know there's a shirt sponsor that might be coming in the summer too, but again, we're just speculating on names.
There will be, and it will be a better deal than three was given us. So we're gonna increase our profits from that,
right?
But that's all we need to really. And the fact that they've already signed a deal with Whalefin makes you understand. And this came out the same time as the last article about the government not, might be blocking a takeover because of the escrow account they want to put the 1.6 billion in. if you're already making moves with sponsors, you already know you had the takeover done. Once they became the preferred bidder, most of that stuff was done. So we're just doing the extra 20% that wasn't already looked
Bro,
at.
as soon as I saw him sitting in Roman's seat, that's
It's
what I
done.
knew. He's done.
He's been in like every game, so
I was in the Don's seat. I haven't seen
And
anyone else in there. I don't even think fans are allowed in there.
And the
It's done.
freaking we lost every time he sit in that chair.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
say
sure,
get him
yeah.
out now.
Is the curse.
I mean, if he's there for tomorrow and we drop points, then we might.
Hey, at
need to
least
have a
he's
conversation about it.
there, man. It's kind of refreshing to see an owner at the game. It's been so long. Like Roman hasn't been able to be in the country and this and that. Like it's actually just kind of refreshing to see somebody there from the ownership group. It's like it's kind of nice.
It's empty.
It makes
Yeah,
you think
yeah.
about once they redevelop the stadium, they probably will try and get naming rights for that stadium.
Oh, I'm
as
sure
well.
they'll be naming
Yeah.
rights.
Like, whatever it is.
Which will be that'll be a fat check as well.
Please
Yeah.
just don't be a shit name. Like I don't mind the naming rights and all of that, but just nothing cringy like
I
The
like
Sainsbury's
the
Stadium or
King
some
in
shit.
New Orleans.
This could be
What?
Preparation H.
Preparation H. What?
Well,
For
Walter
hemorrhoids.
is part of the group, right? So maybe it'll be the Walmart Bridge or something, you know?
Oh,
Blue Chew Stanford.
why does that not even sound so bad? Fucking hell. Hey, whatever. If it gets the club money, I don't give a shit. Everyone's just going to call it Stamford Bridge anyway. I'm sure everyone still calls
Stadium
the
at
Tottenham White Hart name.
Manscaped Field.
Yeah, Manscaped Field.
Manscaped.
Manscaped. Oh, what a throwback to that. But yeah, we'll be in a good position once this Bowley situation is sorted, and it basically already is. We're just waiting for the official confirmation, but it's a matter of days. On to the Leicester game, though. What's everyone's thoughts for that? Because now there's not a lot to play for. We might actually have a more enjoyable game. We might even see rotations as well. Me personally, I don't want anyone who's got one eye out of Chelsea in the summer playing in this game. I don't care how many rotations we make. We should be able to amass a point from Leicester City and Watford. We really should. So I don't necessarily mind who gets rotated, but yeah. Jesters, you came really close to the camera. I feel like you're waiting for a point or something.
No, just had to make sure reading the tweet.
Yeah,
Oh,
by
I
the
thought
way,
you were
did
doing
y'all
that thing
see
I do when
Lukaku-
someone makes a bad
Lukaku-
take and I'm
where-
staring
Where's
close to
Lukaku
the
going?
No,
It's going to Chelsea.
Perisic is off.
Perisic is off.
Of course
It's
it
off.
is. Interested FC like usual.
No, I'm saying
You-
where did Lukaku go? He showed us something that he's got his bags, it's like he's going on vacation. He's already on vacation.
I
He's
heard
probably
Lukaku
getting ready
say
for
he
it.
wants to make the second season work. So
Yeah, because he got no
Different
deals
thing.
coming in for him.
Cucurella, that
told
means.
that he
I'd
can't-
said
buy him
Chelsea,
if I'm
Lewis?
interested. Well,
Yeah, but he's good.
Did he say at Chelsea?
I think he did. But I'm sure we saw
He could make it. He
like
could
a
make it
week
work
or
out
two.
anywhere else.
There was something I remember hearing something similar, like, "Oh, I want to make it work out," or Lukaku's
He's
gonna
not
make
going
it.
anywhere. Unless somebody comes in with like 60, 75 million, he's not going anywhere.
He's not
Like
gonna
it
leave.
just is what it is.
But
Yeah.
the Paris, I think the Perisic shit it was always interested FC. I mean, that's good. Now we go for Cucurella or something. I mean, for me,
No,
Perisic wasn't
Cucurella's
the
going to
worst
Man
deal.
City.
What? Man City. Well, that's
Yeah.
not dumb. Well, last week we said Perisic would come in Chelsea, so it's just ending up. But I would
Nobody knows
rather
where who's going.
Cucurella.
That's
Exactly.
just
But
speculation.
who else will we go for a wing back then? You know, 'cause we
Borna
do need
Sosa
one.
is the other name.
Oh yes, Chief Keef's bitch. Borna Sosa. Let's bring him in. I'll bring him in just for that, just for his name. Bring him in. Where's he even from? I've never seen him play.
Stuttgart.
Stuttgart.
Bitches.
He's a very good
So-
left wing back. But he had like 9 or 10 assists this season for them.
Again, another German.
No, he's not
Bundesliga
German.
tax.
No, I mean,
I
from the
don't
German
mind Bundesliga players. It's just the further forward you go, I'm starting to
Attackers.
be like,
Yeah,
Exactly. So
attack
you,
I'm scared
you
of.
rely on this particular person moving forward and contributing to the attack, and that's probably going to be the same way that relying
He's
on
going
Bernard as
to
well.
be Pincho's backup.
Learning new crafts.
potential.
Not the word, whatever. I think
What are you
Cucurella would be the best
tracing?
option, but anyone.
But when do you guys
They
think
learn tracing.
Chilwell is going to be ready? Like I saw him start.
It's a
with the
wood.
first
It's not
team.
trade.
training.
Yeah,
and all that.
I think
he'll
next
be fine
season.
come the start of the season. He's back in first
Yeah,
team
yeah.
training. He'll do
It's
the whole
drawing and
preseason with the
curving.
team.
Carve
He'll
it,
be all right.
tracing, freaking. I'm not 3
It
years
looks like
old.
a piece of paper.
I'll smack you with that piece of ply. foil.
Okay, well, the way you had it held, it looked like a
Each-
piece of paper.
That's got
If I'll
some
smack
breadth.
you with that
Yeah.
1-inch piece of paper in the head. What did you knock me out with? A roll of. Never mind. It's a
Yeah,
Russian
even if
joke.
even when Chilwell comes back again, we don't know what state he's going to be in. We don't know what his form's going to be like. He could even start well and then eventually dip slowly and then barely know how
That's
to
I think that's why
a
they're going
big-
for a backup.
That's a big assumption, Luke.
That's
No, it's
probably-
because sometimes
He
players
would.
come back from these big injuries and they actually start okay, but then they just drop and they become very inconsistent in their
But
form.
I think that should be cleared up though. Like this guy didn't tear apart his entire knee, right? He's literally back in first team training right now. He'll have the entire summer and preseason to get in form, get in shape. He'll be full go by the start of the season. Like this
I don't
notion
think
that
it's
like
as easy as that though.
Yeah, it is actually.
I don't
What, just get fit, get well, and then you'll be fine. And you will feel completely the same afterwards.
Well, he's gonna. It's not like he's coming back in the middle of a season. He'll have the whole preseason to play,
Well, he's got the
to get
2
comfortable, to see how the knee's going to respond, to get over the fear of hurting the knee again. So he'll get some games that don't matter to do that. It's not
See,
like
the
he's
mental
coming-
side, though, like, I get what you're saying, and I kind of agree, like, he's coming back into the team at the right time. But in terms of mental aspect, you can say, yeah, there'll be some games where you can do that, but preseason games won't be as intense as, like, the Premier League games when you go back into
Well,
it.
that's
But it gives an
Or
idea.
if he
It
gets
gives an
into
idea
another
how he's gonna
incident
perform.
where he gets a tackle around that area again, and then the worries start coming up again. That's why it's factors that come and go. That's why, to me, like, I think he could start well, but all it takes is potentially one tackle or one knock, and then the worries come again. That's why it's a lot harder to get back from these situations mentally as opposed to physically. Which is why I'm saying backup definitely matters, but, like, don't be fooled if he comes back in good form as well. It's about long-term form. That's kind of the main point I'm trying to
The
get
Well,
off.
that's why I think we're going for a
the
backup
problem
there,
people
for that
saying
just in
the
case.
things that people saying about signing the players like Cucurella. Do you think those Cucurella guys don't have ambitions whatsoever?
So you're saying coming Chelsea's not an ambition?
No,
No,
it's only
come
wants to
on,
start
Chelsea.
games at a club of that
He's
magnitude.
gonna
He
have
can
yeah.
start. He can start Chelsea though. He
But
will.
that's what breeds
Left centre
competitive.
back.
I know, but
Right,
like
that's
that's
competitive.
I
Yeah.
know that,
Left-
but some people don't
He
want
plays
that.
like the best for Brighton.
Some youngsters don't want the. For example, what Jester said to City. At City, he only gonna be competing with what's his name, Zinchenko. That's way easier to compete than versus
Isn't it?
Chilwell.
No, it's Cancelo. Cancelo plays left.
No, Cancelo.
He will go to the
he'll
right.
start going to the right.
Then where will Walker go?
All the way to the
it-
retirement
it-
facility. The
I
guy's
know-
already finished.
This is
retirement.
still faster than our whole team.
I know this is a bit of out of topic, but
I
just
wasn't
wanna
ready
give-
for that. I wasn't ready for that.
Okay, I know.
But yeah,
this is
no,
just a
even
bit
with what you're
out of
saying about
topic.
Cucurella and ambition and all of that, I understand, but that's what breeds a competitive nature around the side. They both be competing for that spot, and let's say Cucurella misses out, and then he wants to leave her as a result of that. Just be fair enough, and then you get more depth.
But he's
and then
that versatile. He
continue
can
to
play
build that.
left
Yeah,
centre
but
back.
then we're gonna
left wing
complain.
back,
Oh,
right
we
wing
spent 50, 60 million on the player, and if he's not gonna go, we're gonna lose the money. Then
That's
No,
again,
because
that's
we'd
if-
sell Cucurella, who would still be at that level and probably still be able to at
what
least retain
level?
the
If
money
he's
we
not
lost.
gonna be bench Chilwell, how is he gonna be?
Yes, he
same-
can be with Chilwell.
They would still
He
be
can-
rotating. Like one would have less game time than the other, but they would still be able to have enough game time to show their quality. No,
But again, if we play in a three,
Like I
he
said,
starts
when
left
you
centre
buy
back.
two
though.
young
Hey,
players,
hey,
it doesn't happen.
Hey, Lewis, I sent you a picture. Put that.
What's
back.
the second one?
Chilwell and then let's say Cucurella. You're talking about Sosa joining the
Not
lineup.
gonna
too.
work.
Well, we
I
saw
think
this year.
Perisic and Chilwell, it's a really good combine because
Perisic
one
is
is the
not-
older, another one is younger.
Yeah,
I
no, that's
get
the
that,
better
I get
combination too. But they're both a competitive combination.
Okay, it's fine. Cucurella can bench Chilwell. Then what you're
Yeah.
gonna do? You're gonna lose on Chilwell because you paid substantial
That's
money
the
for
game.
Chilwell.
That's the game.
Survival
That's
of the fittest,
competitiveness.
bro.
Okay,
Hey,
I know
Lewis,
that,
put up
but
the
then
picture I
you, the
sent you.
frauds over here, gonna tell me
Who's
that
you?
we
Yeah.
overpaid for the player. Do you
Well,
think if
that's reactions. If we're winning games, it doesn't matter about reactions. I'm saying he can play left center
we
back as
saw
well.
this season. They would both play a ton of
Brothers got the
games.
same trim.
You want to have two high level wing backs. That way you can have
Fucking hell, that's-
rotation and
oh
not a
my
drop off. Like we played so
Yeah.
many games this season, and Alonso had to start
stop
almost
saying
all of them.
survival of the fittest? This is not United States pro-life choice debates here. It's not that. Remove it.
What?
It's,
Yeah, that
What are
is
you
mad.
talking about?
Just like that.
what?
Oh my days. Oh my, that's scary.
Yeah, that's
What's
mad.
I guess he finally got over Rice.
He doesn't look like James Charles anymore.
Yeah, right. You know what you do. You know
Oh,
what
you're
you do
taking
to
a
get
piss.
the. You know what you do to get the eggs pissed off. You get yourself a pretend one, so the ex will be like,
Huh?
I'm jealous. I need to leave
Son
West
of a-
Ham. I need to leave West Ham and get my boyfriend back. That's what that picture is for. To make Rice.
Hey,
What, you think that's
I
right?
just alluded to it. He
Like
came out and
right
said
into
it.
the bridge. Yeah.
But do you
Yeah,
think we'll
no,
just get
but-
Emerson? Do you think we'll just get Emerson at the end of the day?
I'm pretty sure.
No,
it
because
is.
Emerson wanted to stay at Leon. He'll probably be looking to leave if
Yeah,
he
let
comes
him
back.
stay.
No, Leon doesn't want him. What the fuck? They had the choice
Really?
of signing him. Yeah,
Yeah, they're not recent. They're
I
not
thought
picking up
Emerson
his
wanted
option.
to stay at Leon.
yeah. It doesn't mean that.
Well, no, but with that in mind, it's like because they added game time.
I think Bakayoko will like to stay at AC Milan.
Well,
Yeah.
it wouldn't
No,
make
you
any
don't even
difference
play
then. He
for them,
stays, he
though.
won't play. He goes, he won't play. It's like just pick a city you like to live in because it doesn't matter where you're just not going to be playing in either place.
Honestly, yeah. Pick a holiday.
I think Emerson has more chances going into the Italy than anywhere else because this is same as Jorginho. Nobody else
Well,
wants them but those country. Like Italians are really difficult players to be. To how you say it.
It's
Please.
a very easy lifestyle in Italy, man. It's like
Yes,
very relaxed.
It
Like,
really
it's-
is. It's really
They almost
really is.
never. They
It
almost
is
never
really
leave
easy.
Italy. We tried to get Nanangolan for like 3 years, and he was like, "No, I'm smoking cigarettes on a balcony in Rome, man. I'm okay. Like I'm just gonna stay here."
That's what
So,
I'm saying. Like they don't get like a crazy amount of money, but they have so much that they can live like. Plus, it's not as high taxes. It's not as cold. No fans on their asses every game. They really hard to please when they move to the different leagues. Name me how many Italians are in Spain. Name
Yeah.
how many Italians are in England.
It's
Well,
rare.
We have
It's
one we don't want.
really rare.
Return
Well,
to
until you
yeah,
can even
Steele's
say
gonna hop on
Jorginho's
a flight.
Italian,
Actually,
but
we
he's
have
got
two
the
we don't
Brazilian
want.
blood in him, so it's a slightly
Who
different
don't
thing
we
for him
want?
because he's originally
The
from
only
Brazil.
reason
So.
Jorginho left was because of Sarri in the first place.
And shit,
Best
even
movie
sorry,
made.
even sorry
No,
missed
good,
Italy
no, that's
after
the
1
only
year.
reason why he joined us. He was gonna go join City.
He won't go nowhere. He will stay where he was.
No, like it was City
And
or
hopefully he
Chelsea.
stays
No,
at
Pep.
the Blues.
Pep knew the fraud before he didn't
Pep
want him. He
wanted
just speculated.
Jorginho.
No, he didn't. It's
Yes,
a lie. A
he did.
lie.
Yeah,
Okay,
he did.
I just
He told me.
I just want
he
to
told me.
quickly respond. I just want to quickly.
He told
respond to-
Mkhitaryan. He told you.
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
Every time you speak, your nose is growing bigger, man. Pokemon.
just a second. I want to quickly
Russian
respond.
Maguire,
to
calm down, you
KFC.
bottlehead.
Oh, I can't be bothered, man. Right, go on,
I
BJ.
love
What
it.
are you saying?
Nah, I just want to
Better
quickly
looking
respond
than
to.
Maguire.
Good lord!
Maguire pulls.
Why are you
Okay.
bringing the good Lord's name in
Well,
vain?
because somebody needs to bring the good lord up.
Mm.
Because some
All
people
right, so,
need to find some Jesus.
BJ, what are you saying,
Yeah,
bro?
We need some Jesus
I
gesture.
was just waiting for someone to stop. KFC V3, he's asked me a question. Can we get more than 40 million, or is that a cap there in terms of sponsorship? Yes, we can. I understand where you're coming from. Maybe if 3 is getting replaced, can we not go above that limit? No, that's not the case. Team Viewer right now, they're on 47 million a year for Manchester United, I believe. Etihad on 45 for Manchester City. I think Emirates as well, 40 with Arsenal. So I think it's possible. There shouldn't be a problem. But then, right now we're talking anyways in 43, right, for the new sponsor. So 40 is not like a cap or anything.
Let me ask you something.
That's the valuation of this of the.
Let me ask you
sponsorship.
something. Do you think Manchester City wanted Ronaldo?
Was that for me?
Oh my
No,
gosh!
no,
Why
no.
are we talking about a team that we don't? we're
I
not-
want to speak whatever I want to speak. Freedom of
No,
speech.
we don't need to talk
Yes.
about anything about Man City.
No, what
Who
I'm
cares?
saying is Manchester City tricked Man United.
No, they
and
didn't.
let them sign Ronaldo.
No, it's not.
Yes, they did.
they were
Same
gonna
way
get
they
Ronaldo.
tricked us with Jorginho.
No.
They said, "Oh, I want
Well, it
Jorginho."
worked out.
Chelsea's
for
like,
us
"No,
anyway.
no. I'll do it," and we got stuck with him. Why Manchester City doesn't go for him now? They need a DM.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
Man City
Gundogan
must
is
have made it for
leaving.
Lukaku too, yeah.
Gundogan's
we
an
got
8.
tricked.
He's not a 6.
He plays as a 6
He plays as
in
an 8.
City.
He was like a one of the top goal scorer in the last semester.
Yes,
for them last season.
he's not playing the 6. He's playing the double pivot. He can do he does what Jorginho does without progressing. Rodri can progress. Jorginho can stay.
But Jorginho won us a Champions League. Got
I
top
do
to
not
Ronaldo.
forget
Jorginho
we
wants
won
to
a
go back to
Championship
Italy,
League
too.
with Jorginho. Thank you
Roger
for reminding
Pride.
me.
No problem.
Gundogan plays false 9.
He probably has.
I think he did.
He
I think
has.
he
He
did.
probably
actually.
has.
He
But
hasn't
that
played.
doesn't
He's
mean-
laughing, but
No, he did. He did last season. On
didn't
Salah
play
season, I
football.
remember. When he was
I
scoring all those
said
goals.
play Jorginho as a false 9 too then. The proper word over it
Probably
would be
score more than
false.
our false nines.
Probably the only word will match is false.
Oh, what? So just use him as a
Oh,
9 then?
Yeah.
I just said something and the mic didn't allow me to talk. Alonso is false 9. Even the mic didn't like it.
I actually he will do a better job than Lukaku. Alonso can do it.
stop.
But we have to try Alonso
got
up front.
better
I
conversion
think
rate.
I think Watford.
Lewis,
Watford
you
we
need to
put
get a
Alonso
hold of
up there.
this whole thing because it's going.
Oh, let's
we
try
don't-
it.
Now.
Why?
we
Is
don't
Talking
wanna
about
talk what you
Alonso
talk
at
about.
false 9. What the
Stuff
hell?
it. Just put it up there.
We've been
I've always
talking
wanted to
about
see it.
Alonso as a forward for years.
Bro,
Yes.
yeez.
Dan, I've been negative since 2017-18, if you lot remember the fan cams. Sorry, not sorry, but we moved.
Why does everybody want to know my age? What does it matter what my age is?
I don't know,
I'm
man.
old enough. How about that?
We want to see if you are ready for dementia medication.
What?
No, I already have something for that.
Yes, sir. You can only be a Chelsea fan if you're a certain age, man. Come on.
Yes,
Oh,
in
really?
a certain city.
They age you out. They age you out up to Manchester United after a certain age. You get aged out.
Oh, shit, 56,
Or you get sent to the
69.
Arsenal retirement home, and no one wants
Yeah.
that.
56,
Arsenal.
69. Damn. I think some
Oh, why am
69s
I? Now everyone's trying to guess his age.
28.
Someone said
28.
28. Jeez, let's go.
Yeah, take it.
He
Take
has
that
a
one.
breadcrumbs on his beard long older than 28.
Bro, don't even remind me of that game, man. That whole season. just
Somebody
pissed-
put the right age in the
I say
chat,
that
though.
I'm wearing the
47.
shit shirt from that season, so is what it is.
76.
Yeah, I'm 76. Hey, I look good, damn good for
even Roy got
76.
it right.
I wish Biden was looking 76.
Whose age are we guessing here now?
The guy handshakes with the shadow.
Oh, I'm fucking dead, man. Poku's killed
Under
himself,
18 today.
man. He can never recover from that.
Bro, I saw that clip the other day as well. I can't believe you
That
actually
was
saw
Yeah, that out of
funniest
context
shit.
account's moving mad.
I love that account.
Big up. That account is fucking hilarious. Right, Chelsea Leicester again. We didn't even get into a lineup. We'll probably just go straight into it.
Who cares?
Actually, no.
Let's get into it.
Yeah,
Let's
fuck
get
we'll
into
go
it.
I was gonna
We'll
wait
talk
until
about
Neil
City.
joins, but we don't need to do the squad builder with Neil here. It doesn't make sense. Get the Leicester perspective from his side when he joins.
They can have Jamie
Give me a
Vardy.
second,
I'm glad
guys.
he's coming.
That'll be
I'm
that.
glad he's coming because I've got a couple questions for him.
Would anyone take Jamie Vardy in this
Yeah,
game?
no,
No,
No.
Okay.
yes.
I mean, he's
I'd
got
just
like
take
18
anyone that can
Premier League
finish.
goals this season.
he also plays in a team that allows.
he?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's
but-
on like 16 or 17 goals.
Yeah,
He's
but
he's
there's,
been out, yeah, for a bit.
number one is Jamie Vardy's link-up play isn't great. It's good, it's not great. Number two, his best attribute is exactly what Werner's is, and we see Werner's problems every time we play. He just get no
Yeah, but
space.
he'll be a-
Like, he's a
he'll
good
be a
player,
Werner
but he
that
just
can
get no
score.
space.
Come
Yeah, he'll
on,
score,
guys.
but he'll just get no space in behind.
Look, nobody's
And you,
back
look,
against
look,
Leicester.
and you are
Nobody
defending
sits back against
Lukaku, man.
Leicester.
Have some shame, man. Have some shame.
Of course, we will defend
Massive
our
upgrade.
players.
What
Anything
about
we have.
Lukaku?
Morning.
Defend your
Hey,
players.
let's kick this pig. Let's go.
I'll take Vardy over Lukaku any day. Vardy can hold the ball.
So would
Vardy
I. But
can lick up
Vardy's
the
still
ball.
not the answer.
Vardy can finish
I was just
with both
asking.
feet.
It's not going to happen. I was just asking.
I know,
Yeah,
but
why
I
you gotta
will
start
take Josh.
stuff?
I will take Josh. I will take
Oh,
that.
Roman.
Yeah,
I
I'd take
loved-
Vardy.
I
I'd
wanted
take
Jamie-
Vardy over Lukaku, but it's
I've
still
wanted
not.
Jamie Vardy on this team for like 5 years now. Like
It's
we
yeah.
could,
It's
we
still
could have
not
got him
the
for like
answer.
we could have got him for like 50 mil like 4 years ago.
Yeah. He's better than what we have, but it's still not the answer. It's not the what we need.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Right, a big up Felipe saying you guys saw the Newcastle shirt. That could be us. Haven't
It's
seen
the
new
like the
Newcastle.
white and green one. I think the Saudi Arabian styled one.
Arab money, yeah.
It's
Exactly.
pretty. It's pretty clean. I like it.
It's
He's
third
not the
kid.
worst.
We can
Are
pick
we
any
going
color
off in the
we want.
lineup yet?
Are we gonna put the lineup now?
No,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
about to do that.
Oh.
Again, guys, in the comment section, any super chat, any amount, and you get to put whoever you want in the lineup. Anybody you want.
If
let's
they're
get-
available.
Yeah, if they're available. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. But yeah. Let's get straight into the lineup. Who'd everyone want to see in the back three?
Well, he's not gonna be
Hang
there.
on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Take that out. Take that fraud out.
If only he had that.
Mendy's
confidence
not a
of
fraud,
starting,
bro. Fucking
wanting to
hell.
start
I'm
as
talking about
much as
Christensen.
possible.
Talking about Christensen. Talking about Christensen, and then take Mendy out as well.
Silver will start.
Yeah, I agree.
No, Silva's resting. I think
It'll be
Silva's the rest.
Silva, Chalo, and either Rudiger or Sarr.
Probably Rudiger.
Yeah, Rudiger.
Like I heard what you said.
Is the last game is a home game?
I heard what
So
you
is
said,
this
Lewis.
one.
About like keeping players that got one eye out the door out. Unfortunately, we don't have enough players to do that.
Yeah, so
Watford
we are
is
stuck in this
is
situation.
Watford
Hang
is
on.
away
Firstly,
game or
get rid of
home game?
Mendy.
They're
Hang
home,
on.
Alex.
Kepa
Last two
goes
are
in
home.
this game. Firstly,
Okay.
Kepa goes in this game. Take Mendy out. Kepa starting quick.
Why would Kepa start?
Hey, do you
Because
think they'll give like
Mendy's the rest.
a Kepa a guard?
Trust me,
what
if-
is it,
if-
guard
if-
of honor
trust me.
without clapping
No,
when
we
he
don't,
comes
we don't
out?
deserve one.
Yes. And I think there should be a statue built because if Kepa starts this game, I think you guys will all realize that he's probably our number one starting keeper after the rest of the game.
He's not going to
If
be
you're
here
not
come the
starting.
summer.
No, he's.
You
he's
are
gone,
speaking
man.
some good
So,
stuff.
so either he plays the last game
You
or this
realise-
game, man.
Why
Which
is
one would you
Sarr and
want?
Christensen in the back three?
He
Both.
Kepa is never playing another game for us.
Matt, should they start him in the last game
Come
so you
on,
can get
come
a
on,
guard,
Scott.
a guard of
Don't
honor
ruin
off the
Matt's
pitch?
You
dream.
have to. You have to give him a guard of honor. I would.
Just
I
one-
would.
Just
I
something
think he
for
should
Matt.
stand in front of Aspie when he leaves.
Nah.
So like a Kepa first,
Oh,
then Aspie.
goodness.
You know,
Kepa
he's
first
individually.
and
Can
Aspie?
we
really
just
well.
actually put
Really?
the players that are gonna play out there?
Daniel has dropped a super chat saying Chalobah in, and I don't want Kepa anywhere near my team.
Fucking
What a
hell.
shame.
Sorry, mate.
You guys just don't see the minerals. in
And
the
we're gonna
middle.
have to put Chalobah in the line.
I wish Daniel waited so we put Kepa in and then dropped the super chat. Would have been a lot better.
By the way, super chat is only one super chat per one player. You can't put two players. Per
It's
super chat.
$10.
Still, it's small.
Well,
you
he
know,
should
one
have
currency.
made two super chats of fives
Exactly.
Oh,
or
okay.
five for
So-
twos.
Stop.
So you
Hey,
can't.
Let's
Alex is right.
let's not tell people how to spend their money in it. If
But
they want to,
Alex is
they
the
want to
point.
put a
You know, he can
super
only choose
chat,
one player.
and that's fine. That's fine. But
Guys,
yeah,
Tillemans
I
isn't
can
going to
put
do
$2
shit to Kepa
and
anyway.
say
You
this
guys
is
are
my
worthless.
lineup.
Yeah.
The next super chat will change it. Is that how we go? One super chat can make a first 11.
So I think
yeah, I
Anthony-
can't lie.
Anthony-
Daniel apologies, but he does have a bit of a point.
It's facts.
But
So now we can put Kepa in there, and then he can super chat another one if he wants to get him out.
Why do we
No,
want to
listen,
put
I'm
Kepa
leaving
in
Kepa
there?
out of
but
it.
it
We want
depends on
Mendy
what the
in there.
panel says. Does the panel want
I
Kepa
I
in
would
or
rather
Mendy?
play Marcus Bettinelli than Kepa.
You guys just don't see it. Watch it.
I'll
If he
take
starts,
Kepa.
he'll be our
Start
first time
Bettinelli
keeper.
on Sunday, man.
He's
Start
not playing a
Bettinelli on
minute.
Sunday.
We're doing
Maybe
that
I-
now.
Hold on a
Oh
second.
my god.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. There's the
No,
hold on a second.
I mean, Bettinelli was alright.
Hold on a second.
Kepa
hold on,
won
hold
us
on,
trophies.
hold on.
Guys, you won't forget he won
There
us
is a
trophies.
fraud in the chat. Keep messing with my head. Mabast05. You fucker. Is English Alex sixth language? It's 24th and it's still better than yours. Stop trolling me, you fuck.
Hey, hold
It
that,
didn't
man.
take
My
very long.
was those
Only
five.
35 minutes.
Oh, fucking hell. All right, cool. So we got Betlinelli at the back, Maldini, Silva, and
No,
Chalobah at the back
no,
three.
no.
Wait, who's
no.
Maldini, bro?
Tielemans is rubbish. He's
It's
not
going
going
to
to
be
score shit.
Mindy in goal. It's going to be Silva, Chalobah, and Rudiger. That's going to
Yeah,
be
I
the
see
back
Silva
three.
get rested. So I think Silva get rested.
No,
He just had like 5 days off, man.
Okay, we have to get this one
Then we might as well
point,
put our whole 11
and then
with
the
Takeover.
last
Also,
game he can rest.
Matt,
Isn't he injured?
in
Isn't
what
he
is it? 5 days? Hang on.
Yeah,
No,
it's been
After
at
Saturday or
least 5
Sunday,
days.
he can have a whole rest over the
Hang
summer.
on.
He can have the whole summer off.
Yeah, but hang on.
Right.
didn't this
And
guy
like
couldn't walk
Jester
off the
just said,
pitch?
if we get our 1 point in this game, he can rest on Sunday,
So
man.
he doesn't have to be there on Sunday.
Yeah.
You,
Is
get
it
your,
1
you go
point for
out
third?
and you
Fair
get
enough.
your point.
Yeah, 1 point.
We have another super chat. Edward Mendy is back in the line.
Oh, my days.
Sorry.
Is it 1 point
sorry.
and we guarantee third?
Why are we
Yeah,
starting
one
us?
One
point,
point
Scott.
guarantees third.
Maybe
If we
maybe
don't
Kepa
lose
will
by-
play against Watford.
But
Maybe Kepa will
Mendy-
play against Watford.
I mean, we would have to lose by like 10 against Watford. So it's because we have the goal advantage.
Yeah,
Go
we'd,
different.
we'd have to lose both games, like for
Yeah.
Spurs.
Big
to
up
even have a
Daniel
chance.
as well. Always appreciate you. Right, so we've got the back three sorted. Let's go to the wing backs. What
We haven't though.
do you mean?
I think that's
No, we know you need to put Chalobah on the right, and you need to bring in Rudiger. Christensen will not play another game for
Hey,
Yeah,
go ahead and
you
you can delete that card, Lou.
Actually, no, to be fair, I could see Christensen playing this game and then Chalobah playing the final game. To be fair.
Ah, yes,
I
you
think
know
so,
what? We
bro.
should keep it the way it is. Right,
Tuchel
so
said
who's
he's
in
out.
right
Tuchel
wing?
said
This
he's
isn't
out,
even
fellas.
available.
Oh, is he
Tuchel
out?
said he's
Oh,
not
yeah,
even
then,
available.
then fair enough. No.
Oh,
He's too
wait,
busy
did Tuchel
having.
say-
He's going in labour this week.
You hear that? No one laughed.
I laugh. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, Lewis. I laugh.
Let's put Rudiger in. Alright, so right
Matt,
wing
you got
backs.
another.
James.
James and Alonso. I don't know why it takes so long to do this.
JFK.
It just depends on the
I don't know, I think
discussion.
they're resting
Someone could
players.
want, I don't know, Sarr at left wing back or
Sunday, Alex.
Yeah, I don't think
Alex,
you're going to
Sunday.
find
Jorginho.
those people.
Jorginho on the right or something. I don't know. You never know.
I would rather kill myself.
Kennedy will start Sunday.
Oh, not
Missed
Dave.
That guy's never played another game for this club.
I think it's going
I
to
don't
be
think he ever
Conte
has.
and Jorginho are going to start.
Yep, Kovacic
Yeah.
is out, so
Yeah.
Conte and Jorginho.
Our best midfielder in Conte.
He's
our
not our
third
best midfielder, though.
This season, he's been our third best.
Oh, what?
Jorginho,
That's the same
and-
last game.
Yeah, he's been pants this year.
This he can be great, but this season's been Branislav Ivanovic.
All of them
pressure.
have been shit. All of them have been bad.
if I had
Inconsistent.
to play
No,
next to
Kovacic has been
Jorginho.
good. He's just been injured. Jorginho's
Yeah.
been
Kovacic
injured,
has been
but
good.
got better.
Jorginho's been good, but like slipped down a little bit. Everyone else has been arse.
We only have
Kante's
4
been
forwards
terrible.
that are available for this match.
So we're gonna
I
go
mean, it's-
R9 in the middle again.
Yeah, to me, it's the same front three as last game.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well.
Yeah,
Alright, so Lukaku.
What about Ziyech?
Pulisic.
Will we start Ziyech maybe this game?
Nah.
I'd like to see
I
him, but he
wouldn't-
won't start.
I would have a shout for Ziyech instead of Mount.
I'd like Ziyech to start, but he
Or
won't
Ziyech.
start.
but yeah, Mount is going to start. So
I mean,
It's
he'll
just-
start, yeah, but I
Oh
wouldn't
no,
mind
no,
giving
Mount,
him
Mount,
a
don't
break.
see it.
Oh, damn.
That's all good. Did we get anyone else want to make any changes? Nope. Alright, cool.
Solid
Although
lineup.
Neil says he wants to see Drinkwater in the midfield. Nah.
Drinkwater's not even back with us.
He's in Dubai.
That's less.
Yeah, he is in
You guys
Dubai.
can take him back though, Neil. It'll be on a free. Give him like a little retirement run.
We'll,
or something.
we'll actually pay you to take him back.
Yeah, we've been paying everyone else to take him for a
Just
year.
cut, nobody else. Just cut.
But
That's
yeah,
right,
anyone
Joey.
want to
I'll
make
drive
any
him there.
changes in the
Literally,
lineup other than Chalobah?
he doesn't have to pay for a taxi or nothing. I'll drive him to Leicester.
Like, that's a
Harvey
You get, your,
Vale.
you, get your, you get your point. You get your point tomorrow. Then you can start Asby on Sunday. Let him have his farewell game and call it.
No,
a
By
night.
the way,
If we-
are
I'd
we
say
done
if
what
with
about
the
if
we
starting
saw
11?
good
So I can ask some. Fata, you said that you to come to United States, you need. Are you applying for guest visa?
Yeah.
So if you're applying for the guest visa, you have to have invite.
That's great. Shoot him a DM on that one, then.
I'll shoot you. I wouldn't say with DM.
But you can't come down here and then do that. I have to come to
You
you.
need a special visa just to travel for holiday.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He's not. He's not one of those countries that doesn't require. He require.
Okay, because you're
You
not
know,
UK citizen. You're not
He's
UK
not
citizen.
UK
Right?
citizen. UK citizens they can travel without visa
Gotcha.
on the travel. He's not part of those like European Unions. Thing.
Father,
Hey,
I'll
Vegas,
sign
you
off
want
for
to
you, but I'm
That'd
gonna
be-
need you to wear. I'm gonna need you to wear an ankle bracelet the whole time that you're here.
Hey, let's go
No,
to Vegas.
no
man.
whorehouses or gambling establishments.
No,
He
that
won't even be at the game.
I'm
He
just
won't even be there.
me and
Yeah,
him
you meant
talked
to show
about
him a
it
good
yesterday.
time in America.
I'm just saying because I know that because my sister, I had to get the invite proper.
Good afternoon, you're through to Scott of the new
Pacific.
sales team. Are you looking to
Well,
join today
I
for Sky
told-
Q or Sky Glass?
I told Father we're trying to link up in Orlando. We're trying to
Is
get him
that on
over.
accident or on purpose?
Hey, let's go, man. Preseason, isn't it? Preseason.
It's got at work.
It's got at work.
Yeah.
Javi, please don't forget, it's not just them that need their
Are you
farewells. We need to give AC
Fat,
the
are you
correct
trying to
farewell
go
as
just
well.
to one game
Yeah.
or
He
all
can't.
three
He's-
of them?
AC's not
No,
going to
let's
be
hope
there.
What's Kepa gonna do for his farewell other than warm
He's
bench?
not leaving.
Like
He's
done
not
the whole
leaving. That's the
season?
thing. That's
How
the thing.
about
We're not
that?
giving
What's
him
he
a
gonna
farewell.
do?
We're
What's
not
he
giving
gonna
him a
do?
farewell. We're not giving him a
Yeah,
What
farewell.
is
He's
Matt
not
gonna
leaving.
do?
Gonna
if
miss
Kev- when
a
he's
few
not
long
leaving?
shots
Hey,
in
Matt-
training.
He's staying. He's staying.
Are
He's
you
not
taking
leaving.
bets, Matt? Or
No.
he,
mean,
he ain't,
He's
ain't
told me
using enough
personally that he's
conviction to
staying.
Put money on it.
this year.
Matt, does he love the
He's
club so
leaving.
much he'll take a 100K pay cut?
He said no because Tobolli wouldn't allow him. He offered.
Lewis, what's the latest that we have on Kounde?
He's coming.
I think contract terms have been agreed with Chelsea. Sevilla also want the deal done as soon as possible so they can focus on getting their replacements in, and it's just a matter of when and not if.
yeah,
so-
it's pretty much a done
That will
deal.
be the first transfer of the Bowley era. It's just a matter of when does the fucking ownership deal get fully sorted, and then when can they start moving on the transfer.
Yep.
Which again is shocking to me that they haven't at least updated stuff to let us start doing transfer business. Like
They
don't-
won't amend it to get until it's sold because it's so close to being done.
yeah, man, just
Well, the articles
Barcelona
out on
wants to
Kounde
win.
already are just amazing.
That's so wrong. Barcelona cannot sign Jules Kounde.
And Barca just
They
fuck
just
off
signed
and fuck
Barcelona
sign all
is-
the
is-
defenders.
Barcelona doesn't have the money to sign Jules Kounde.
Yeah.
They've seen Christensen. They're like, nah, we have to go for
They
someone else.
literally
maybe-
did, yeah, I'm telling you right now, Christian's asking me right in bench, dude. They
Aye,
like
maybe
Koulibaly or something.
Oh, this is the wrong shit.
Maybe after a couple of years,
Yeah,
Kounde
that's-
wins the Champions League and then they come in and transfer for a fee. For free.
Probably because if Marina's still here, he'll have Kounde on shit wages, just like the rest of our other centre backs.
I mean, that seems to be Barcelona's template, just pulling off players on a free from different clubs. as
they're
they
doing really
transfer
well,
to
but
Spain.
it's also because we've
They're
got
broke
half
as
of their
shit.
fucking defence on a free. So here's
Yeah.
what it is.
but they're forced to do that.
Yeah, they're gonna have.
So if
I'm
we,
like this
who's the
style.
other center back y'all want to see brought in? Because if we're gonna bring in two,
Koulibaly.
we-
But Declan, that's my point, right? The pulling power that they still have in the market, Barcelona,
Same
even though
as-
they don't have that sort of a, money and backing financially. That's strange for me. I don't know how they do that.
the same as Real
Who are
Madrid.
they? VJ, who are they pulling? They pulled Alonso, Asby, and Christensen. Like
Espana.
I mean,
that's the
it's
most,
still
that's the
good.
most
That-
mid
that
defense I've ever seen in my life.
Winning back line. And we
For-
giving
for
it
a
to them
club-
for free.
Yeah, for a club that they had
That's
to,
like the women you see after midnight at the bar. That's the tier they are.
Those are the best.
They
tiers.
still perform. They still
Those
better.
are the
obviously,
best
yeah.
tier
Actually,
women.
Those are the best ones, huh?
Those are the best ones. They're the ones that give.
Pulled 37-year-old
Yeah,
Daniel
but you
Alves
wake up in
out
the
of
morning, you're like,
Brazil.
oh, what did I do last night?
It's okay. What's not okay about it?
That is mad.
There's a whole trending thing is selfie with who the fuck is that with my bed?
Well, it's a question from Javi. Who is our young player of the year this season? Probably
Reece
Chalobah.
James? Reece
Oh yeah,
James?
James still goes into that category, doesn't he? Yeah, it would be
I-
James then.
What's the category?
I don't think James has won the
22
award either. So yeah, I'd go for definitely go for Reese.
What's
I think
the
Matt
what's the
might-
age limit on young players? Is it under 23 or something?
I don't know. Let's get Poku Doku on. He knows about
Yeah.
underage.
Yeah.
He was at 12.
Actually, he's in here hosting it.
It's probably at the under 12 games right now.
No, he's going to be at
Awards.
UNICEF giving out scholarship awards and candy.
Facts.
Yeah, it'd be James Chalobah. Other than that, I don't think anyone else would go in there.
The tickets at Charlotte's still not on sale.
Cho?
You just said that so you could laugh.
Yes, I
Fair
did.
enough. Fair enough, man. Oh, Pokudoku's asking for the link. Yeah, no worries. I'll throw it
Oh,
over.
boy.
there.
He heard about he heard young boys. And he's like, oh, hey, young boys.
I've never
Fuck's
he
sake.
has I've never seen Pokudoku. Sometimes he makes complete sense when he's talking, and then other times he's talking about U11's FA Cup finals. It's like I just don't know.
What is
Sometimes
what
I
is
listen to him, I'm
He's
like,
like
you know what? He's
potpourri.
actually making really good sense about the first team, and then other times it's like, there's this kid in the U10s. He's going to be a baller. It's like when I'm 70 years old, he'll be.
It's like Plaza as
Graham
well.
Bailey said
Didn't
Chelsea
he?
are planning to reopen Dembele talks after the takeover, which
Yeah.
positive.
That's good. Rafinha
It's very
Dembele.
it's
That'll
very
be great.
possible.
Should have gone for him in January, in all honesty, but hindsight is 2020 and all of that. So better late than
Listen,
never if we can get him in.
If they get the
That
deal
was
done,
awesome.
then it's great business.
Great business if we can pull it off. Because I think
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
few
yeah.
clubs
Yeah,
interested in Dembele now.
We're also looking at a Finnish teenager from the Bundesliga from
Oh, not another one.
yeah defensive midfielder.
Oh, damn. Who?
What's the name?
I cannot pronounce his name, so don't even.
Right,
me see if
so
I
I'll
can
look
find
for
it.
some
Yeah, I'll show ya.
random Finnish DM from the Bundesliga.
Can we stop looking at teenagers, man? For the love of God, just give me some established players.
Oh, okay, cool.
What is this comment from Amarveer?
Here, I'll send you the name.
Chouameni was available for 30 mil with personal terms agreed with no competition from Czech, and Fabregas begging Chelsea to sign. Now he's 70 million, idiotic board. Liverpool are signing him now.
He's
Oh,
not,
that's right.
no,
That's
they're
right.
not.
50.
Liverpool is not signing him.
Exactly.
Oh, he
I was
was-
going to say as
wasn't
well,
he-
Chouameni wanted an extra year in France too.
Yeah, and
So that-
Monaco
I
didn't want
sent
to
you
do
the
that
kid's
loan back
name.
thing.
Lewis.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I think that his contract was 40 mil. I think he's like release clause or something. It was so
There's
cheap
no
last
release
year.
clause.
Yeah, but
Last
Luca,
season,
yeah,
isn't there a release
aye.
clause?
No, it's
fair enough. Fair
There's a
enough.
lot of-
Messi.
a lot of things that went into him not signing last year.
Yeah,
I think Chelsea tried to do
It's not
due
knowing
diligence. Monaco wasn't interested in any sort of like loan with an option,
Yeah.
like a loan and an option back to Monaco for a year. They didn't want to do that. Like it's okay. It's
That
Liverpool
was
are not going to be spending 70, 80 million on a player. They haven't done that since Van Dijk, and I don't think they'll be doing that anytime
Yeah.
soon.
I mean, they've got
I'm
established
never gonna
midfield,
pronounce
so they
that
don't
name.
need more.
Yeah, like
Right.
I said, I can do the Luca. The last name. Good luck
Let's
with
stick to
that.
Luca.
Hiralainen.
Just let's stick to Luca only.
It's
Luka
finished.
H.
It's finished. So good luck with that.
Who's Finnish? You can.
Yeah,
That's-
sadly,
that's-
nothing more than talk since January. New player on Chelsea radar, really a promising gem. 17-year-old
Luca
Frankfurt.
Hiralainen.
Frankfurt DM scouted from Tuchel's Chelsea team. for the last 2 years.
Herlainen. That's how you say it. Herlainen.
It's still.
Luka-
You're
Well,
closer than I was ever gonna get, so we'll
I
just
still
run.
have like again. That kind of stuff doesn't get me excited if I gotta wait 7 years for him to pop.
So it doesn't get you. It doesn't get you that picture over there.
Yeah. I'll use
I mean,
other
that-
words
that-
if we were backstage, but
I mean, those sort of players we already have, right? Like waiting for them
Right,
to succeed
right.
and all that.
No, we don't have really a DM like that. He's
not
a big-
DM. I mean,
physical imposing
those
DM.
profile
Don't we have
players who you're
Billy
waiting
Gilmore?
to succeed. Those
Yeah,
youngsters.
it's like I'm okay with that, man. I don't need like 6 or 7 years for them to cook in the youth program before maybe we see if they have any talent. It's like
And
No,
to be
I-
honest with you, DM being very integral part of the the front line. The back line. I don't want one such youngster to take that sort of a mantle because it's just going to create so much pressure. Him coming from a different league, adapting to EPL, and then also this one, DM,
Right.
lone DM. It's going to be difficult.
He wouldn't play. He's just a signing
Developmental player.
because if you're going to switch to a system with a DM, you have to start having DMs in your pipeline to bring through. So
Right.
you would sign a DM that's ready to go now.
That makes sense.
And then you would have this kid to bring through, for a couple of years. So you're not planning for just this year.
So
planning for
basically,
years
just
ahead.
that insta rice, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's boiling a bag rice, man.
So you can avoid rice altogether with this.
It's just like what they did with that Dylan Williams kid from Derby. Like, he's a left wing back. They brought him into the system because we use left wing backs right now. You give him a few years to practice and play in that position, and hopefully he turns out to be something worthwhile. But it doesn't move me.
AB says, sorry. AB says that's the only one-on-one radar. One on our radar. We are finished. Nope. No, there's not going to be the only one. There's going to be plenty of other options. Anyone able to jump out so I can get Neil in quickly?
I'll jump out. Yeah, ready for
I know
what
what. Just take care of yourself
Take care
anyway.
of
Love my guy.
Later, Justin.
All right, cool. Neil will be in a little bit, and then we talk about the game a bit more. But yeah, AV, that's not going to be the only DM on our radar. Like, we've got fucking Basmati that everyone's milking that they want to get. Many as well. There'll be the likes of Kamara as well that we could be looking at. There will be plenty of options. I think that's just maybe not even an immediate option, but like a long-term option for the club that they could bring in, potentially loan out for a few years, see what quality we can get out of it. But it's definitely not just about that.
But Tuchman is the best option.
Yes,
It
definitely.
depends. It
Right,
kind of
says,
depends
can't wait
on
to
everything.
check it out. Go on, Scott.
I'll say it depends. We say Schumann is the best option, and in terms of ability, he probably is. It just kind of depends in terms of price as well, and like availability and stuff like that.
My big question is why Tuchel decided today to say it that it's not
People.
it's
Big
not
up.
You talking
It's a
about Christensen?
Yeah.
no, it's not adding to the team, it's rebuilding a team. I
Oh,
wonder
Is it-
why he decided to say that.
well, probably
Probably
because
because we're at the end of
it's
the
so close
season.
to the end of the. It's so close to the end of the year. It's like it's not probably
no,
going to
but-
mentally.
But that's not people saying those kind of things, saying to lower expectations, for example.
I would say not to, discomfort the players, because he's just
Yeah,
saying, we got shit players.
I'd say it's more to the players and more like also as well is that implies to me that there's a number of players leaving, which
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
the only two we know of at the minute are Christensen and Rudiger. Those are the only two we know of. So that implies that he wants to get rid of other players. So that's what I'd say. It implies
Yes,
that
that's
he wants
what
to
I
get players
understood,
out.
and I was gonna ask the question: did anybody else understood the same the way I understood? Because that's what I got it from that the club is gonna lose a lot of players, so we should not be expected that.
Can I respond? Hey, Ryan, focus on the quadruple, man. Leave us alone.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Get on
Yeah.
camera, and then we can shout you out in proper. Then we can talk you in proper, yeah, Ryan?
Yeah, dickhead. Big up Felipe Barbosa saying also heard of Ibrahim Sangare from PSG. That was another option too, but again, we haven't really done the research.
Yeah. He's had a good
big up-
season, but he's only had one season at like a good level in terms of I don't know where he's playing before PSV, but this is his like first season to this level that I know of. He's the only thing.
If I can just respond to KFC V3 FTW. Yeah. So his question is basically anyone who knows how much wage bill will be off with these players going on free. If Alonso, Saul, Rudiger, Christensen, and Aspi leaves, it's going to be 625k approx off the books per month.
Oh, nice. That's like half
Per
of
week,
half
per
of
week.
Lukaku's wage. Let's
Did
go.
you say Christensen and Rudiger on that too, VJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
I added that.
So yeah,
Whatever Bart. You got to imagine Sarr goes on loan at some point. That's 100k off the, or at
That's
least
200k.
At least
That's
he makes 100k at
198.
least.
depends
Yeah,
on
that's
how
crazy.
much. Depends on how much the other club agrees to take of the wage.
Right. Yeah, it could be 50k off or something like that.
Yeah.
If they to pay half or something.
Right, but yeah, Neil, big up yourself anyway as well. Neil's channel's also in the title, so guys, check out and like and subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. What's your thoughts for the Chelsea-Leicester game? This game is just like it's a bit of a write-off for both of us, really, but we still need a point at the very least. But what's your thoughts, bro?
I'm like you guys. I mean, this season's been a bit of a joke, to be honest. Leicester City, again, last week we were 14th position. People forget how bad we were this season. We've been, this year I thought we could kick on. We've been terrible, absolutely terrible, to be honest, especially defensively. But yeah, I think in terms of the match, it's just going to be nothing to really play for. Defensively, we're starting to shake up a little bit, but we're still conceding from first corners, literally one every 2 games. It's pretty embarrassing at the moment. Even Watford, with their under-23, scored against us in the first 10 minutes. So pretty embarrassing. However, do you know what? Anything can happen in this game. Not been a good season. We should finish mid-table-ish, but do you know what? I don't know. I think you said on our channel when we did a preview yesterday, it's pretty mid, to be honest. Both teams will be at the beach. Both teams need to clear out and just to bring in some new stuff. So, yeah, it's nothing really to look forward to, but I'm just hoping we get something from the game. We put in a half-decent performance, especially defensively, because we've been awful defensively.
I feel like since you guys got knocked out of the Conference League, though, your form has improved a bit more. I think there's been 2 wins since then. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's because we played Norwich's under-23s, who are terrible. And we played Watford's under-23s are terrible. And we bear in mind, in that time, we've lost to Everton with their squad. That was disgusting. And we've drew to Man United, which was in rubbish form they're in. We should have won that game. I'm trying to think of the other results.
Like
I'm not going to lie, man. I'm just right. I forgot the other results because I've tried to wipe them out of my memory because it's just been that bad this season.
Neil, how has Fofana been since he's been back?
He's been great. He's what we needed, to be fair. But we can't put all of our eggs in one 20-year-old player. As great as he is, we need other people to step up to the plate, and they haven't done. Especially defensively. Fofana's been great. If anybody thinks they're going to buy him, you see any transfer rumours, you have to knock that one on the head because he signed a contract to 2027 and we've put a price tag of 120 million on him. So unless you want to pay that money or anybody wants to pay that money, I don't think it's going to go.
That's absolutely ludicrous money. I rate it. It's ludicrous.
But yeah,
I did have a question. You mentioned the clear out. Obviously, this is looking a bit past the game, but in terms of those clear outs, kind of 2 questions. One, do you think that includes, from your perspective, does that include the manager? And also, where would you say needs the biggest clear out? Like, what players would you say need to start maybe moving on?
So in my opinion, in terms of the manager, he needs to go because he's not. I think it's really dividing the fan base where he's not been performing. Bearing in mind, this guy is the 5th most paid manager in the world on 10 million. He's on more than Tuchel. Bearing in mind, he's on a lot of money. I don't see him as the right man to take us forward because he's threw players under the bus. He's complaining about set pieces. Bearing in mind, this guy's been in the job 4 years. This is his players and his team now. You can't say 4 years later that that's the issue, you know? So I think he is the problem. I think the club will back him till the end of this, about December time, and then they'll call and see what happens because we've literally at points we were close to be in the relegation zone. Our form was falling off a cliff this season. In terms of players that need to go, I mean, there's a few players that are rumored to. So Tielemans is probably the main one. Then after that, probably Soyuncu, Hamza Chowdhury. Then there's going to be maybe Wolford and Didi is on the move as well. He just can't get fit after his injury. He's a great player, but he's one of the players that he never quite recovers from the injury like we know. He can't hit the levels that he knew he could because of the speed of the Premier League. Who else could there be? There's quite a few on the move. There's quite a few on the move out, but because we've not got Europe next season, it means we probably won't bring as many in. And last season, I thought we could do something better because we introduced 5 players and we lost none. So I thought we could do something in Europe and it didn't have out. So off the top of my head, there's only a few players that are really going to stay. We're going to build the team around. It's not going to be a total transition, but we just need some of these players. So Tielemans is the main one. Maybe but I think Tielemans, Soyuncu is another one. Vestergaard and Bertrand are absolutely terrible signings by Brendan Rodgers as well. You guys know how good our transfer policy is, and the fact that we managed to get them to, and we paid like 20 million for. It's just pathetic. Brendan Rodgers let us down in that aspect.
I was going to say, just on that transfer thing, sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, this has been a rare L for you in terms of transfers this season. Just because like Daka's been good, but it's been a bit inconsistent. But then every other transfer you seem to have made this season has been really bad.
I mean, I would say. I mean, it's been a poor season for us, but it's still good. I mean, Adamo Luckman's come on. I think he's one for the future.
He's
for us.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's a great player.
Did you mention Daka?
Yeah, he's been good, but he's been a bit like there's been a couple of times been a bit hit and miss from the looks of things, just an outside looking in. But like you mentioned, Bertrand and Vestergaard have been poor. I don't think that. Who else did you bring in? Soumare hasn't been great.
Yeah. Well, Soumare, the thing is, he's just not had the opportunity through injury, through personal stuff. He's just not had the opportunity, and I don't know what the problem is with Soumare, because the fans are crying out, and what we've seen from him has been great. But Brendan Rodgers has got this thing where he has his favourites and he keeps playing them. The fact is, in terms of the big money signings that we've made for players that we went, what? Have all been Brendan Rodgers signings. Jose Perez for 30 million, and he's delivered 13, maybe 20 goals and assists in 4 years. For a cam, that's not good enough. He's another one that's going in the summer. 30 million. He overrode for that player. Vestergaard for 15 million and Ryan Bertrand on a free. Yeah, them three in particular were specific where Brendan Rodgers overrid our scouting system to go and bring in, because he's still that egotistical person. Again, if the club back him in the summer, I'm like, fine, I'll get behind it. But the thing is, with somebody like Daka, it's always going to be, so I've just seen in the comments, somebody says flopped. I wouldn't say he's flopped. He's done okay, but what we do is we bring in a player and we train them up. And that's how if we want to get rid of them, we sell them on for bigger money. He's got big boots to fill in terms of Jamie Vardy. He's not going to reach them levels as of yet. We saw when Jamie Vardy came, because today is his 10th anniversary of him signing for Leicester City. In his first season, he was terrible. He's absolutely terrible. He was, it wasn't terrible. He was you could just tell this dude's rough around the edges. I can't really see him succeeding at Leicester City. And then next season, he got 20 goals and we went in the Championship. First season in the Premier League, he didn't really kick on. Second season, he got the 11 in 11. So I trust our scouting system to bring through players like Soyuncu is another great example. I know he's not had a great season this season, but he was Harry Maguire's replacement. And honestly, that year, a lot of Leicester fans were genuinely saying, we put a poll out going, Harry Maguire does not get back into this Leicester team ahead of Fofana and ahead of Soyuncu and ahead of Johnny Evans. And it's all coming true now. But it's one of those things where we bring in our own and we train them up from scratch. We're not expecting Soumare and Daka to hit the ground running. Some players do. Fofana did, but he's a rare exception. Normally, these players take time in the background, and then the real litmus test for Soumare and Daka is next season, in my opinion.
Two quick questions for Neil. Is Harry Maguire still the biggest fleecing of all time that you guys completely robbed Manchester United? And then two, can I interest you in a Champions League winning attacking 8 in the form of a Ross Barkley for the low price of 20 million?
And also, if you need a striker that's good in German to you, and his friend.
No, that's not.
What about
We've
Lukaku?
got 3 strikers, man.
He's an Everton legend, isn't he?
We don't need any more.
Also, I don't know if you're in the keeper market, but we also have one of those available.
Edouard Mendy.
Yeah, just don't take long shots. Don't take long shots.
Neil, if I can just ask you another question, you touched upon the scout
I've not answered any of these questions, but yeah,
just keep that in the list as well. If you can touch a bit on this academy player, I've seen him play a few matches for Leicester, and I was really impressed with the way that he conducted himself on the pitch. Dewsbury Hall, if you could just talk to us about him as well a bit. Academy product again, right?
Yeah, I'll try and go through that in reverse order. So I'll start with KDH first. KDH has been, honestly, if he's not going in the England squad, well, I'm not surprised because it's England. But he's moved massively this season. He's been unbelievable. His ceiling is unbelievably high. I can't say enough good things about him, but I can say he's come into his first Premier League season. He's absolutely bossed it. Considering we've had a poor season, he's one of the highlights for us. Dewsbury Hall, I can't sing enough about him. The best thing for me to do is just say keep an eye out for him tomorrow. I think Tielemans is injured, so it will be him trying to run the midfield. He's everywhere at all times. He's got good technical ability, good defensive ability. He's physical. I appreciate that, Lewis. Thank you. He's all over the pitch. In terms of signings, we don't buy from Premier League clubs, and we ripped you off with Danny Drinkwater. We are not doing any business with Chelsea, trust me. Also, if you go for a player, you're more likely to get him.
Would you like Lukaku? Vardy is getting old.
He's still scoring, man. He's scoring.
Lukaku's already old.
We got Daka. We don't need any more. We got Ian Nacho behind that. Tell me where he fits in.
I'll take Ian Nacho for
No, I'll take Daka, man. I like Daka.
I was going to say, we talked about Vardy earlier. If there's any of Leicester's strikers that fits our system the most, it's Hiki and Nacho.
False nine. Well, he plays a weird one. But the thing is, if you play Ian Nacho, you can't play Mount or Havertz because he plays in that kind of half number 10, half number 9 role.
Oh, no. Anyway, how much does he cost?
Oh, no. Anyway.
How much does he cost?
I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. He signed a new contract last season, but we've made sure. Basically, I think we said this on our stream after we did the N'Golo Kante for 35 mil. Basically there was no more buyout clauses put in any of the other contracts because of that exact thing. So we basically set up like there was no release contract for Harry Maguire for 80 million to come back to your point. We properly fleeced Man United, and there wasn't a single person in Leicester that was like, "Oh, I really could have done with him," because he was unbelievable. Like the money we got for him.
Yunchu to just slot in
No,
there.
I think I think the reason why it was because that Ayunchu, whatever his name, is played well next season. If he wasn't gonna play next season, there will be a lot of Leicester fans complaining why we got rid of Maguire.
Of course, but also this is not the first time we've done it. We've replaced Maguire. The only player that we haven't outright placed is Mahrez, but we've done that through Maddison moving into the centre. So it kind of that's the only way we look at it in terms of. Our recruitment, everything is great, but it's just been an absolute fail of a season. So
yeah, and you sold us Chubel. You forgot about that too. So.
Yeah, 50 mil. We're happy. He's been great for you guys. But down to I don't know if you guys remember the FA Cup where he was going celebrate. Well, I think the same thing after the FA Cup last season where he got a load of stick from your fans because he was going over to the Leicester players, high-fiving and shaking. He did exactly the same thing to Chelsea when he was with Leicester, and I was like, well, this is what you get. We've seen this before as well. So. For Leicester perspective, he's for 50 mil. I mean, we'll take it all day. And we brought Timothy Castagna and James Justin for 32 mil combined. So that's kind of how we do business to keep ourselves afloat. We will sell a player and then bring somebody in for this. We'll bring a couple players in for the same price to bolster our squad. That's just how we do business. We don't have even though we've got billionaire owners, we try to be self-sustainable. So it works. If the manager doesn't override, which he's done recently, we have a good season. So in the summer, yeah, we'll have to see. But I'm hoping for another good targets as well.
Yeah, on to like next season for you guys as well. You got a massive rebuild to make under a manager that you guys don't necessarily trust either. What's your feelings going into next season? Do you think that there can be change to be made, or does Rodgers have to leave for that to happen?
They can happen, but so what it is, if there's managers in charge of Leicester, I will back them. However, there's been a lot of disgruntle, a lot of problems, and Rodgers has had since 2018 to sort this out, and he hasn't. So in my opinion, he has to go. There's a lot of fans that are still very Stockholm syndrome because like, oh, can we get anybody better? Can we move? Are we only little Leicester City, especially going down to the ground? So I look at it and I go, right, I don't think he's the right manager to take us forward, no problem. But I just have to back him. And if he gets this summer, if he gets it wrong by the time it's December, I think he's gone. But it's, as you guys have found out, it's like watching just shit football, game in, game out. It just, you don't want to watch it. You're just like, what am I doing in my life? You just have to you have to look at it going, ugh, well, like, can I get a normal 9 to 5? Can I do something else? It just pains you, but it makes a good time sweeter. So I don't think he's the right man to take us forward, but he will be backed in the summer. But what we've done differently this time, last season he had free transfers to do whatever he wants. Now the guy that his transfer was Lee Congerton. He's moved on to Atalanta. We've brought in our own guy. We've brought in our own position. So we're basically going, we're going to sign who we want, and you've just got to kind of stay put. You're not going to override our scouting system and bring in another Vesta turd because man's 6'7" and he can't jump. I don't understand how you're crap in the air and you're 6'7".
We had Tammy Abraham. He was 6'5" and he couldn't jump.
Hey, he knocked us out of the Conference League, bro.
I know, but you're not so good at set pieces, so it's like...
Oh, we're unbelievable. We've conceded 16 all season just in the Prem. 16!
Aye, Neil, if 16! I weren't a betting...
Are you mad?
if I weren't a betting man, I'd put £10 or something on to
You
say
mean
that
if
you
you
guys
were a
would score
betting man,
from
you-
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
don't
was
want to
going
lose
to
some
say,
money.
Neil, on 2 points that you made, I think the first one on what you said about the I assume it's like a DOF you've got in. I think that's probably the better way to go around it, because then if you do move on from Rodgers, then you've got someone who can still keep the same philosophy. Whereas
Yeah.
you're not tied down to Rodgers and his person that he works with, because if they then leave, you might get another person in who's the complete different style of play. So I think that's probably the better way to go about it. And I think what you said about the manager, I think for clubs in sort of your position, and you look at like, obviously I know where they are at the minute, but where they should be, like an Everton or like a West Ham or whatnot, I think it's easier for them to get those types of managers in and upgrade than it is for teams like us or City or anything, because there's less options. Whereas you look at teams like you or West Ham or whatnot, you've got managers from abroad who have taken the slightly bigger jobs. So, like a Simeone, for example, I'm not saying he's going to come, but I'm saying that he might look at the Premier League and go, I could take a club like a Leicester or a West Ham. Or you look at someone like a Gasperini in Italy with Atalanta, he could come and do the same job. I think there are ways you could upgrade on Rodgers with looking on exports. I know someone that was mentioned was, I don't know much about him, I know barely anything about him, was Gallardo from Argentina with River Plate. He's won multiple league titles out there.
Yeah.
I know he's
You know
mentioned as someone who could take over.
It could be somebody that we are looking at, but the thing is with the thing is as well with Leicester, we've been shown we've got a good management system in place in terms of our owners are brilliant. We back the person in charge. Even Claude Puel was backed with £100 million, and he was exactly. But again, we sold Harry Maguire to get off that as well, and we sold. Sorry, Riyad Mahrez was 65 million, so it was only 40 million in total. But we're willing to put our mouth where we're going. And we bought in that time under Claude Puel. We bought in Ricardo, who can't stay fit, but he's a phenomenal right back when he's fully fit. You've got James Maddison, who was part of that. Johnny Evans was part of that. Charles Yunchu, that was part of that. It's a great summer, that 2018. But so that point is remaining. The guy that we're bringing in is actually a director of football, because the director of football's come from the academy. It's more the head of recruitment who's coming from Southampton, who I've only heard good things about. The rest of the structure is pretty much in place and ready to go. So in the meantime, it is going to be just the problem is he's going to have to fulfill his probation period, which is 3 months before he moves to us. So this summer, we won't get him in. So I'm willing to let the club just kind of, even for another year, slide. But you saw with this season how terrible the top 4 race has been. It's been absolutely atrocious. There's no reason why we shouldn't be back in them positions. And B, I think the other position as well is you've got to look at the likes of Newcastle and West Ham, considering where they're going to be and what they're going to do, because the top 4 is blown wide open and it's anybody's game. So I expect us, I think next season, because again, I'm not really concentrating too much on this match, to finish somewhere around the top 10, top 8, if not try and push for Europe. I think that's the goal for us, to push for Europe every single season. Because we don't have Europe, that's going to put us an advantage, because we've kind of had that, but it's a rebuild season at the same time. We're going to see players like Samori come through, Daka come through, and certain other players that are going to step up to the plate. So, yeah, that's a long way of saying I think we'll be okay, but just during the time, it's like, ugh, this is rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, all I can say is
I don't rate Rodgers whatsoever. I just don't rate that manager whatsoever, man.
It's not bad though. Like, I don't know, like what you.
I
Like,
don't think he's a long-term manager.
Nobody said he's bad. It's just
like, how on earth he's the fourth place manager in the league though?
He's not, and
Third.
he never was.
You think he's
Getting-
third best?
He's getting paid more than Ten Hag. He's 10 million a year.
like paid wise.
So the only people that get paid
Ten
more
Hag
is
is
Pep.
going to be up for a big slap in the face when he gets to the Premier League, because there is nothing like it.
That's that project itself, and that's a worse position than we are as well.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
way
they
worse
have
position.
way more overhaul to do than anybody else to fit specific. Why are you? Okay.
What's this?
What I'm saying is, like.
Okay, Conte's on more. Okay, fourth most then.
Yeah. That look, every end of the season we say the next season is gonna be a really tough one. You know what I'm saying? Like every end of the season we're saying the next season is top 4 race is gonna be picked. It's gonna be neck and neck. and it always never is. It's always 1-2 teams that actually fight at the end. Same thing I think is going to be as for the for the Europa League. Like I just don't see that. What's his name? West Ham is going to be a save. Boys, I don't see this West Ham is going to be as dominant as they were last season. This season, I don't see. There's a couple of things about Tottenham that question. I don't think Arsenal is going to be nowhere near this season because they're going to have to go fly to the. People keep forget that sanctions on Russia actually made it worse for the Europa League teams. Even that, because to fly to Azerbaijan, you gotta fly around Russia, that 12-hour continent. You can't fly over it anymore. It's not 18-hour flight. You know, like to go through it. You gotta have to fly through the North Pole or south. Somehow you're gonna have to reach Azerbaijan. So the team that gonna reach those they're gonna fly. I don't know. We're probably gonna meet
With
up
a
at
bus,
Los Angeles.
Alex.
Do what?
And
with a bus.
Yeah, I'm saying that
Land early and.
It's gonna be really, really, really difficult. Like we're saying, like it's gonna be like, oh, Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea. We cannot say that anymore. I don't think we can. The transfer market in the summer is gonna be bossed by Newcastle, and it's gonna be bossed by PSG because PSG is gonna have a substantial amount of money. Get rid of what's his name if the guy goes. What's his name? That French turtle. No,
Mbappe.
Player Mbappe. There we go. Mbappe is leaving, so they're gonna have to build the team around it. I don't think what's his name, Neymar is gonna be there either. I just, for some reason, that club is gonna be a little bit.
Where do you reckon Neymar be?
I say I don't reckon they can get rid of both in one window. I think that'd be a bit too.
No. I don't think. I think Pochettino is actually gonna be better run if both of them are gone. Actually, to be fair, Pochettino will do better if both of them will go.
Can I be completely honest? I don't think. I say I don't think Pochettino's. I don't think Pochettino is going to be there. Yeah.
Well, look, I don't think he's gonna be gone. I think he's gonna be there at the beginning of the season. So no matter what it is, it's still gonna be at the beginning of the season. What do you think? They're gonna get rid of him at the end of the season?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
They did it with Blanc. They did it with Tuchel. They did it with.
Dude, they won the Champions League.
Tuchel's mid-season, wasn't it?
So why not fire him now?
Who won the
Because
Champions
might as well wait till the end of the season, then sack him then.
Because there's still rumours they might be sold.
Yeah.
Also, as well, I
looking for a way out.
I know it's completely off topic, the Chelsea and Leicester, but the thing with PSG is I think what depends on whether they spend money is whether Leonardo stays as their director of football or their head of football, whatever it is he is, because he is rumoured to be getting sacked because of how crap he's been at his job. So it kind of depends on whether he stays or not, whether they spend money. For me personally, anyway.
It's PSG, so of course they're going to spend money
Oh,
regardless.
they'll spend. I'm talking whether they spend, but they buy 2 players or they go out and buy 5 or 6.
I'm trying to think who around the world who you can really buy, and there's not really
they're looking for
players
now,
available. Big
might
names
be
really, too many. You'd maybe look at Harry Kane, but I doubt I see Harry Kane at PSG. So
hey, PSG are looking for a way out.
Maybe yeah.
They might recruit some money.
Maybe
to sell
Lukaku
players.
they might buy. I don't know. They might look at Lukaku, and then Chelsea might,
they can look at any of our attackers personally. If they pay a decent amount, they can.
You sell Kai Havertz?
Yep.
See, this
Really?
every time I say this, it's like, but even
You said any attackers? You said any attackers? No, but I get the output. But would you at his age? Yeah. Would you risk him going?
If PSG
I've already
came
said
in,
I'll give Kai another season, but if I see the same shit from this season, he can walk out the door just like.
I was going to say, if PSG come with anything close to 70 million upwards for Kai Havertz, I'm biting their hand off for it.
Yep, same.
You'll take that risk.
Yes.
Bruv, he's been here for 2 seasons now. I've always said I'm very patient with signings in their first season. The second season, no, you need to perform.
We talk about
minutes of Lukaku, and Lukaku's outscored him.
Also, we talk about
wanting
to be like. We want to talk. we talk about wanting to be like Liverpool and City. This is how Liverpool and City operate. If in 2 seasons you aren't improving, you're out the door.
I wouldn't say same with Liverpool. Like Liverpool normally take longer now.
No, Liverpool.
Because Liverpool actually scout better.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
translate a lot quicker.
We say that. Look at the amount of players they've sold. Shaqiri came in a year later. Was it a year later he was gone, or a year and a half later
But
he was gone?
Shaqiri was never supposed to be a starter for Monday, I think.
But even
No,
but my point
Shaqiri was depth.
No, he was
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
enough. But my point is they get someone in, it doesn't work out for them, get rid of them, get someone else in, or they'll maybe not get rid of them, but they'll push them down. They don't feature. So that's what I'm saying. If they come in with 70 mil for Havertz, bite your hand off and go and get the next person.
I couldn't take that risk because
To me,
I agree. Kai Havertz right now it's not consistent.
I agree. He should get a second season, but if you're gonna say generational, you're gonna say long-term project.
No, I don't need to say that.
Someone said long-term project here, and I'm not hearing that because we've had 2 separate managers and he wasn't signed by Tuchel, so it's not a long-term project. We don't have a project.
Isn't Kai Havertz 22 now?
Yes, I think
So
so.
he's 22. So we joined like when he's 20. So like to me, I can't expect a 20-year-old like to hill it off like first 2 seasons.
That's what I've said. I'm happy to give him a 3rd season, but like the output needs to improve.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. But I wouldn't risk it.
Look, Werner had 27. No, but that was his 1st season. He had way more minutes than Havertz. I'd let him off for the 1st season. I'm saying very objective and very like consistent with these points. Lukaku, 2nd season, I see the same bullshit. I'm on everyone else's train, and you can get him out the door too. Like Werner, I was very patient with him in his 1st season. I looked past all of the misses, all of the horrific ball controls, and just looking clueless on the left wing for ages because it was his 1st season. But 2nd season, he played like trash, and I want him gone. Havertz, he's not played like trash, but he's been disappointing. So disappointing this season.
Where is the? I don't understand where this has come from with Chelsea fans, where we kind of accept these players are going to we just accept mediocrity with these players. Like we accept, we're going to have to wait 3-4 years. Why?
With young players,
because you can't just buy ready-made players anymore.
It's not about ready-made players. It's the same criticism.
That's what it's about, Scott. You just said you couldn't wait long enough, and you just want a ready-made player.
It's not ready-made though. I'm not seeing any improvement from Kai. That's the issue. It's the same issue I have with
Kai's
Werner.
improved from last season? I think he's a little bit improved. Not by a lot.
What have you seen?
His output is still shit. He has
it's better than last season. It's output. Let me play that.
Do you feel Kai's playing his best position?
He has said himself he likes to play as number 9.
Yeah,
I asked you, do you feel
he doesn't
that?
mind playing that. That's not an excuse for him.
No, wait. But
I never saw a striker when we bought him.
He played at striker for Leverkusen.
He played it, but I never saw one. Did you see the striker? Did you think that this guy was going to solve all our goal issues?
He's now played there for a year and a half.
I know, but you're not giving me your own opinion. Like when we bought him, I didn't think he was going to.
No, I didn't. I thought he was a 10, but we don't play with a 10.
So, and he's young too, and everyone called him generational, and there's more to come with him for sure. But we need to do that. You can't just buy a ready-made team. You're gonna have to have some patience with a lot of these type of players, and especially like Kai that we've invested so much money in.
4 years.
Yes, you have. Yes, Scott. If you want to catch up to Liverpool and Man City, you're gonna have to wait 3+ seasons,
right?
I
have to watch
to get on that level.
Like Mahrez, no, I'm sorry. I have to watch attackers like Mahrez. I have to watch midfielders like I have to watch players
Chris,
like
what improvements did you say?
It's a new.
I would say Kai Havertz output.
Did hold on a second? Did Man City build the team or they bought the team? They bought already set players, right?
Yeah,
they
did.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
they did, yeah.
This is what I keep saying about the Chelsea fans. This is the two type of Chelsea fans we have in this Chelsea fan base. Either the ones that blame club for letting players like De Bruyne go, or the ones that saying that we need the ready set players. You can't be one or two. So, Scott, I'm gonna ask you again. Are you saying what's the name? Are you gonna be one of those fans that's gonna blame a club because we have better players on loan than we have bought? Please tell me, so I will know how to talk to you.
We don't currently have better players out on loan at the minute than what we currently have, apart from maybe Maatsen is the only one off the top of my head.
But do you see what I'm saying? What I'm telling you on the two type of Chelsea fans we have, the ones that blame everybody and don't give a time to the players to develop, or we're gonna be regretting 4 years later because De Bruyne did not become De Bruyne is until he came
No,
to
Alex,
the City.
I agree with
right?
you.
No,
The
but
thing,
De
the thing,
Bruyne,
the thing
De Bruyne,
is,
you could already see it, and we played him out of position.
that's my point.
for him in the
With
league.
De Bruyne, there is a no. De Bruyne, there's a
Look, the guy
difference.
went
You
to
saw
Wolfsburg, instantly balled out. Went to Man City, instantly
Again.
balled out.
Okay,
No.
okay, Bundesliga, right? Bundesliga tax.
Yeah, he
you know,
broke
but then
the. He broke the.
he came to the
no, hang
Premier
on.
League
know
and
that.
balled.
I know
He
that.
playing
but I'm
playing for
telling
Wolfsburg. I get that it's playing for Wolfsburg. I get it's a Bundesliga. That season, he got the most assists of anyone in the top 5 leagues. Any assists that season, he went to Wolfsburg, where they came second behind Bayern.
Still
Number
needed
one.
2 years
Also,
to become that player.
Like I
I'm
said,
asking you a
or I was
question.
going to say, at Chelsea, you could see that there was something there with De Bruyne. He just got never played as a 10 and was always played as a wing. You could see it was there though. Salah,
So
I'm
you
happy
can
we
hold
sold
on,
him.
hold on.
Salah, I'm
So
happy we sold. Lukaku, I'm calm we sold.
Yeah, Salah had his chances for sure. Like when we had
Salah
him.
was shit when he played for us.
Yeah,
he got
yeah,
better
yeah,
because
yeah.
he went to Italy and they refined him a little bit.
It wasn't that
But for us,
amazing
he
at
was
Italy.
shit.
His Liverpool.
Hey, the truth of the matter
As I
is,
said
asking you a
earlier,
question.
I am not seeing anything from Kai that gives me the confidence that he improves. His output is still crap. He plays
Well,
in a
you
system
didn't-
that suits him, and he is still being outscored by a guy who doesn't suit the system, has fallen out with the manager and teammates, and he's still being outscored despite playing more minutes. And I'm meant to trust this.
I don't see. I don't see you giving the same energy what you just said about how De Bruyne played out of position for Chelsea, and we sold him over the player that we got the same style of
We got
player
you.
pretty much that he plays in a different system, in the different position, not only different system, in a different position for Chelsea. Do you understand what I'm saying? He not only played in different positions like De Bruyne did in the beginning, he also played different plays at Chelsea. He not only he misses two things that he needs to be to take him as the right way. He needs to play in the same position to be good as a number 10, like he was supposed to be, and and he plays the center forward for Chelsea. He played some false nines, and don't get me wrong, he plays number 9 for Chelsea, not false 9. You say false 9, I say the guy that actually has a brain sometimes to go and get the ball in the midfield. That's what it is. And if you don't give the same energy to Kevin De Bruyne, then I don't know what you expect from Kai Havertz, because he does actually same thing that De Bruyne did in the beginning when he was there. And I agree with you with Salah. Salah is a fraud. I will always
thrown
tell
into
him
the wind
Salah.
as well.
The what?
I agree as well. Havertz needs to be given a second season as well, but I'm not going to act like it's been great.
Not
for him.
second
And
season.
I need to see better from him.
Not second
Yes,
season.
second season.
Yes,
No.
second season. This is my point.
Yes.
You guys think
I think
you
he
guys
needs to
think
go
I
in
said
the
I
second
want
After
season.
3
And
years
this
in the
is-
Premier League, then we need to move on. Sorry.
Exactly.
If you
What?
can't improve in
I give him
3
age
years,
24.
Hold on a second.
That's what I
So
give him.
yeah,
What?
that's my question. Like, if you saying I'm ready to, how? Please, somebody tell me how old was De Bruyne when he left Chelsea? Can somebody Google it for me?
20?
I think you're
I
older than
can't
that.
remember. He can't be older than 20.
23?
De
No,
Bruyne was only in the
22,
first team for about
22.
6 months.
22.
Was it 22? I thought it was like 20.
He was only here for about 6
He's
months,
30
and then
now.
Jose threw him out.
Yeah, it would have been about. He would have been about 22, 23.
And he was in Germany for 2 seasons,
1 year.
1.5.
1.5.
1.5. So that will make him 23, 24. So
Yeah.
24 years old, De Bruyne returning to Chelsea to Premier League.
Yeah.
So you saying how old is Kai Havertz now?
22.
22.
So you saying if next year he doesn't, you're ready to get rid of him?
3 seasons if he doesn't
Yes.
improve. Yes.
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 Because again, you're not listening.
How would you accept 3 years of
So sorry. So
I
I'm
will not-
no.
I will not-
Hang on. I'm sorry
That
to
is
just pick apart what you just
ridiculous,
said.
Alex.
You said if we watch him for 3 years and there's no improvement from when we bought him to then, we want him
no,
gone.
No.
I
Yes,
said he's
yes,
improved this
I
season.
agree. The improvement should be. I just don't think.
Well, that's
you
what we're
looking-
saying.
That's what we're
No,
saying.
no, no,
We're
no,
saying.
That's what we're saying.
We're saying if we see,
We're-
because
okay,
I haven't
Still,
seen
he's still improved last season. You
There's
like
no
it now.
improvement
The
within the
difference
third season.
is
Off.
the difference is what's his name? Scott does not see improvement. I do.
What improvement?
What improvement?
His output
tell us
started
the
from last season.
Tell us the improvement. What's the improvement?
Okay, improvement. He plays in the wrong position and he still does better job than a £100 million striker.
Oh, that's why he scored more. That's why he scored more.
Thank you, Lewis. I'm so glad someone said it.
Next.
Oh, no, that's why I don't rate him. I don't
He's
rate
played
him
when he scored less. So he's not done better than Lukaku. So move on. So that's wrong.
Lukaku didn't get no hat for it.
Next.
Of course he's done better than Lukaku. I don't know where you're at.
He hasn't done better as a striker.
Because the whole team has performed better.
Better with him than Lukaku.
Yeah, we create more chances.
Nice.
The whole system works better.
It's hard to say, actually.
We didn't score, but we made 1,000 more passes. Let's go.
No, it's not 1,000 more passes. It's 1,000 more hits on target. 1,000 more attempts on target. That's the difference. Not passes.
We're more fluid, but we still don't make a lot of
damage.
Fluidity over everything is what I'm hearing.
No, it's not about the passes. It's about.
All right, you guys are just talking about goals. We got a goal machine. We paid 100 mil for a goal machine. You see how it worked out?
No, and we want him gone as well.
So you want another goal machine? Do you want another guy that like Lukaku?
We went
like a goal scorer
to this.
I'm not going to act like he's worked for us this season as well. I've just told you, I always back players through the first season. Always. Unless it's a Bakayoko level bad. I'll always back the player through the first season.
Yeah, but Lewis was saying there's different standards.
KDB, I remember Kevin De Bruyne versus Sunderland game. I remember it was a disaster. That was the last. I think that was the last when Mourinho said enough and he let him go. I remember that game actually.
Yeah, so do I, but I want to know where he played.
There has to be some more leeway to younger players.
Just to let you
they
guys
can have
know.
one off season and they can have one improved season, the one after that. There's way more room for them to grow and improve in the system. But we bought a ready-made player. Sorry?
De Bruyne played DM that game.
No, the thing is, Declared, you're right. There does need to, as long as there's improvement, it's fine. But that means next season, next season, I need to see from Kai. I was going to say, next season from Kai, if he's going to be our starting striker, I need 20 goals in all competitions.
Luis was DM.
With De Bruyne.
We need a lot more than just goals for one
see
player.
them on the starting lineup.
No, but if we're talking about
which
Kai,
one of them you think is more DM than the other?
Well, definitely fucking David Luiz, but they're both playing in the same position.
Don't call De Bruyne as the DM in that position.
Well, that's what it says on the lineup. He's probably going to be roaming a bit further forward, but he's still there as a DM.
Yeah,
dude, you don't know if it changes in game.
Also,
the game was like 9 years
on a
ago.
side note, on a complete side note, what in the goddamn hell is that lineup?
Yeah, why is it? Wait, is that McCall?
No. That's not De Bruyne. De Bruyne would have been on the right. He would have been on the right.
That's 2014, isn't it?
No way you got Mikel at fucking right.
Lampard's not playing centre back.
I think this is my ultimate team.
Oh my god!
Good lord, man. Come on.
Is that your lineup, Lewis? Is that your lineup?
Cahill was left back and Cole is centre back.
Wait, when was that though? I swear that was 2013-14 season.
No,
Look,
yeah.
Look, if you really think that 29...
Eto was not playing the 10 behind Shirley.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but you know who was playing the 10?
Sorry.
You know who was playing the 10 in this game? You know who was playing 10 in this game, Lewis?
Apparently Samuel Eto'o.
Yeah, but do you know who played in this game with those players that we've seen?
I think
there's more chance that De Bruyne play in it than anybody else in that.
I genuinely don't know
it could be him or Willian. I'm not sure.
No, Mourinho will never put Willian in a number 10.
Sorry, seeing Lampard at centre back. Sorry, that just broke me.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, who came up with that lineup?
Let's find something else. Let me see if I can find it from another page.
Oh Christ! But my point is, like, with Kai, if there's improvement next season, it's fine. And this is the thing. I'm not saying I want him from this summer. I just want improvement for next season. And with that improvement comes a little bit better in terms of sort of certain attributes. And the biggest thing is, in all comps, he has to hit 20+ goals. He has to hit it.
All three of them have to hit
Alex,
big
that's
numbers.
just one game.
Yeah,
De Bruyne did not play a lot of games for Chelsea. So let's not go there.
declared, I agree. There has to be more output from everyone. That includes Havertz. He
don't need 7 more goals.
He got 9 goals. He got 9 goals in all comps in his first season. He got 13 goals in all comps in this season so far.
Can I say something about, and I will shut up about the
20 goals.
There might be a chance that his role changes too.
My last rant about Kai Havertz versus what's his name, Lukaku. I'm looking the Kai Havertz and Lukaku on the field as the same way as the relationship. If you do not make your missus makes you better, both of you better as a couple, you're not surviving that relationship. You see what I'm saying? It has to be partnership. So for me, what Kai Havertz does in the partnership with the team is more than what Lukaku does in the partnership with his team. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's the upgrade that I see from Kai Havertz than Lukaku. You can say it, Lewis. It's a passes. It's that. I don't give a flying rat's ass. The Kai Havertz influence on the whole Chelsea team, it's better than what.
How about influence some goals?
Yeah. Maybe we will see when we sign the proper players, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, isn't it?
Maybe we will.
No, isn't it Chelsea's agenda that we don't have a good offensive players?
Yeah, we do. But then again, like the same thing goes for all of the forwards, and I've said all of the forwards have been poor this season.
And this is the thing. It's like
I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. Like I said it previous season, after the Championship League, I do not get what people have that think about. We saw the link up between. We saw all the things that we potentially could have done this season if one player did not came in this team. Everybody gasped how good we going forward, how many chances we created, but we didn't have a finisher, right? We got ourselves a finisher.
I understand that, but you forget that before Chilwell got injured, Havertz was still poor.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. He was invisible the whole first half of the season.
Yeah, the first half he wasn't
invisible. And this isn't agenda because I remember coming onto streams and saying he was poor.
It's the second half he normally just kicks on. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's why I said it wasn't deep, because I was like, Havertz is poor, but we know statistically he's always poor in the first half of the season, and he'll come good in the second half. And all we got was a 5-game stretch of games and a penalty in the Club World Cup final.
I was going to say that's got to change as well. That's not sustainable as a club going forward. You can't have someone.
So we're going to go to Star next season, and that'll be the excuse again.
It's one of the biggest.
Well, we
it's
don't
one
know
of the
what
biggest
the excuse
things.
next season.
It's one of the biggest things that people level at Harry Kane as to why he isn't in that conversation of one of the best strikers of all time. It's because you can't be missing for the first bit of the season. That's what people level at Harry Kane as to why you can't be in that conversation.
I hear what you're saying, but he hasn't improved in the second half of the season, so I don't get it.
He's got 4 more goals in comparison to last season.
And if you want to use the young argument, please have the same young argument for the guy you call Mason Milner.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a fair point.
No, I won't get rid of Mason Mount.
That's another thing I will say. I don't think that's the thing I will say about Mount as well. People know I don't rate Mount. People know I think Mount is average, but I can't lie that when it's come to this season, although the performances have dipped, the output's improved. So even though the performances aren't always there, he'll mask that by getting the output, which at the end of the day gets us points.
That's the thing.
I can't even do that.
Output improves, cool.
And if we want to talk about Lewis, if we want to talk about the position thing, Mount's an 8 playing as a 10.
Yeah.
Or like a wide attacking midfielder, and he's an 8. So if we're going to use that same argument, and he never played as a wide attacking midfielder his whole career. At least Kai played striker for Leverkusen. If we're going to use that same argument,
didn't he play attacking for Derby, Mount?
He played as an 8, not as a wide.
I thought he played attacking for Derby as well. I thought he did a bit of both.
Look, the characteristics of our 3 forwards are actually pretty good. It's just, if they could convert, we wouldn't even be having this argument. Would we be saying we've probably got the best front 3? If they could actually convert. And that's all they're lacking. So we need something similar, and that might come. That they actually might improve on that. And all of a sudden they start scoring, and then we'll have a great front 3. That's why I'm actually excited for Gallagher, because he's shown he can convert and play a similar role. Even though you can say he's an 8, 10, he's played in 6, but we need someone that's going to play up front and then come back in the midfield as well. So he'll slot in perfectly what Mount's been doing, and someone can go the other side. We need a variation of players. But getting a specialist like Lukaku and Jorginho and that is probably what's hindering the team a little bit.
How's Jorginho hindering the team?
Whatever.
Because he can only do one thing in this system. Yeah, he specialises in one thing.
So is Tuchel's system same as Sarri's and not Pellegrini, Mancini's?
No.
Well, he does well in those systems as well.
Apparently not good enough to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, but they won the Euros. Yeah, he won the Euros.
Chris, it's not the same system, yeah?
Yes, what I'm saying. Yeah, but you say you can do one system, but that's not true, though, is it?
No, I said he can only do the one thing. He specialises in distributing the ball.
I'm ready I'm done.
Yeah, no, I've got to wrap up as well because I've got to jump. Yeah. Selection says Tchouaméni's getting close to Liverpool. Just again, still a lot of talks left to be made. So
can you read in English? It says Tchouaméni gets close to the pool, swimming pool, water pool.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Can't be asked. Right. So, big up everyone that's locked in. We will be back. Unless there's any big transfer news for me to do a stream tomorrow, we'll be back on Friday for the Leicester review. Check out Beyond the 90, Neil's channel. It's the pinned comment in the comment section. Check it out. Get him to 2K subs. Biggest Leicester channel out there. Honestly, deserves way more. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. We'll leave you with Arsenal again. Take care. Like and subscribe. And as always, up the Chelsea.